Yo guys, what is going on? Sam here, and today I thought I'd bring you my first ever manga reading log. I've never done one of these before. I'm excited. I know I usually show you guys what I buy, but I figured it'd be fun to show you what I'm reading as well. Definitely not as big of a list of what I buy. I should read more than I buy, but I'm an impulse buyer, and I need to work on that. But a pretty good selection today, and I did read a decent amount of stuff. More than two things. I figured why not show you guys what I read this month. So for March, we'll start off with the big chunguses. We got Planetes Omnibus 1 and Planetes Omnibus 2. And I read both of these early in the month. This was a surprisingly good read. I've heard mixed things. I know some people don't love it, but I actually like this one quite a bit. There's a lot of deep themes that are still relevant to our society today. And this was written it might have been over 20 years ago at this point. Themes about pollution and war and racism, and I definitely enjoyed it quite a lot. I definitely recommend this series if you're into more deeper and thought-provoking manga. If you're into just shonen and shonen battle, you probably won't like this, but if you're into more artsy stuff, I definitely would recommend Planetes. It's very, very good, and it's a pretty easy read. Some chapters are definitely go by like lightning fast, and then some feel like they kind of drag. Not in a bad way, but they feel a bit longer than normal chapters, but these are really great. These have color in them. I think every other chapter has like a color spread page, if I can find it. Yeah, here's one. And stuff. And I just love that the use of color, like, it's great. Totally recommend. This was a very pleasant read. Planetes Omnibus 1 and 2. Next up, another early series that I read in the month was Spy Family Volume 3. This came in pretty late because I had it attached to some Right Stuff orders that were some items that were pre-orders on a Right Stuff order. So I didn't get this when everybody else did, but I read it, and guys, this series gets better and better each volume. It's one of my favorites right now. Like, it's replacing Chainsaw Man for me. Hey guys, editing note here. This statement came out wrong. I meant to say it as in it's passing Chainsaw Man as my current favorite ongoing series. It's gonna be pretty tough for a series to wedge its way into my heart over Chainsaw Man for a very long time. I just meant it as this series is currently on track to become my current favorite ongoing manga series right now. As Chainsaw Man is technically not ongoing right now, I know it's coming back and it will be continuing, but until then, this is probably my new favorite ongoing series. But yeah, just want to clear that up. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's not as intense and gory, but the writing is really good. The comedy is super just on point. It's slick. The art is fantastic. I wish these came out quicker, but yeah, Spy Family Volume 3. If you're not reading it, you're missing out. Definitely a series highly recommend. If you are just anyone, honestly, if you're really looking for something, go check it out. Spy Family Volume 3. I can't sing its praises enough. Next up, we have a interesting pick, which is Stargazing Dog. I saw Prom was reading it, or he got it and he read it, and it just looked really interesting. I liked the name, I liked the cover, and I want to check it out. I found this thing on Aid Books. It's just a library copy, if you can tell, so I didn't spend that much on it. I really just wanted to read it, and this was also very, very solid. Very sad, I will say. No spoilers, but this is definitely one that I liked a lot, and I almost cried. I held out. I was tough. I toughed it out, but I was like just an inch away from tears falling from my eye ducts. But yeah, I like this one a lot. I honestly am probably going to get rid of this since it's a pretty crappy condition library copy, but I would like to find a better condition one, but I'm just not willing to shell out the money for right now. I really just wanted to read it. The only nitpicky thing I have is not really with the manga itself, but it's the way they printed it. It's like a graphic novel, so it reads left to right instead of right to left, and you can tell because there's images in there that are mirrored, so it's a little distracting, but that's not the manga's fault. But this was definitely a solid read. The ending is kind of weird, actually. It kind of feels like it ends in the middle and goes on a little bit longer, but it's a fun read. Well, fun's not the right word, but it's a really good read, especially if you're in the right mindset. Obviously, if you're in a really dark place, I would not read this, or if you have a sick dog, do not read this. It is very sad. But yeah, Stargazing Dog, pleasantly enjoyed this, and you can say what you want about me with that. But yeah, this was good. Next up, we have Tenjo Tenge Omnibus 1, or Full Contact Edition 2-in-1. This was a fun read. I just started rewatching the anime because I just threw it on for funsies, and the anime is actually pretty solid. I like the anime a little bit more than the manga. There's some differences. The pacing is a little bit better, but the art is really great. This cover is awesome. This one's not censored like the old CMX, I think the brand was. It was like a DC imprint for manga, which was heavily censored. This one is full nudity, full glory. It's great. Definitely a little rough. Again, especially compared to the anime. Anime gets a little bit of hate just because it's like an older, early 2000s anime. But this is a fun series. The character design's awesome. The fights are really good. Like I said, it's a little rough. The pacing's a little off, and some of the dialogue's a little weird. But it's definitely a fun read, especially if you're like mindless shonen. Oh, can't show that. Especially if you like mindless shonen. This is seinen, so it's a bit darker, but I mean, look at that. It's great. Yeah, definitely fun. I wouldn't recommend this to everybody. I would definitely read a little bit. Again, I've never passed this, so once I start reading more, will be all new stuff for me. But this is fun. If you like trash, this is fun trash. Tenjo Tenge. And it's by O-Grade, who is right now drawing Bakemonogatari manga adaptation. So you can see how much better he's gotten. And I mean, even now, this is still pretty excellent. But yeah, I actually recommend the anime if you guys can get it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's only 24 episodes, so it doesn't adapt the whole thing, but it's fun. It's cheesy, but it's fun. But yeah, Tenjo Tenge, Omnibus 1. Next we have Blue Period, Volume 1. Another surprisingly, this was surprisingly wholesome, a fun read. It's a seinen manga, but feels like a shonen, honestly. And honestly, it's pretty light, so like, I feel like if you like shoujo, you'd probably also like this. But yeah, this was a really, really surprisingly wholesome and fun read. It's not perfect. There is actually a decent amount of flaws, but the core of it with the art and the characters are very, very good. The art professor in this, she's just a lovely lady. She's very wholesome. It makes me want to draw art, and I suck at drawing it. And which it succeeds. It makes you want to draw art and do painting, and it's very informative and very knowledgeable of the craft, which I liked a lot. The only thing is, this guy is supposed to be a delinquent, and he does not look like a delinquent, nor does he really act like a delinquent. He acts like a normal high school kid, but because he has piercings and sometimes he drinks with his friends, he's considered a delinquent, which is weird because he's not a delinquent. Like if you read Slam Dunk or Yu Yu Hakusho or Beelzebub, that's what a high school, at least a stereotypical high school Japanese student delinquent is like. This was good. This was fun. I probably won't be reading more just because I got a lot on my plate and there's more stuff I want to get to, but I would definitely come back to this at some point. It was a fun read. And lastly, the main series I've been reading is Soul Eater 7, 8, and 9. And yeah, this is my current like longer running series, ran series, Soul Eater. I'm trying to finish it up. I think there's 25 volumes. I know there's 25 volumes. I don't know why I said that. This is what I'm currently trying to focus on right now. I'm currently in the middle of this. I haven't finished it, but I'll definitely finish volume 9 by the time this goes up. But yeah, this is fun. I've only read to volume 5 previously, so this is all new stuff, and it's really, really good. The art is good. Fire Force is Atsushi Kubo's new series right now, and like the art is like insanely good on that, and it's actually really just interesting to see how much rougher it was back then. I mean, this is a good panel, but like even if you look at the first chapter of Fire Force, it's just like you can see how much he's improved and just how much like the character design is real. Fake Chainsaw Man in this one. But yeah, this was a fun read. I'm trying to move on. I want to move on to Yu Yu Hakusho and or other longer series. But I'm working on this one right now. It's fun. It's actually surprisingly solid shonen. I definitely recommend it if you can get the singles. I like the singles a little bit more, but the perfect editions are nice too, and they're hardback. So I don't know if it necessarily needs that. It's kind of, there are some trashier moments, but it's fun. I enjoy it. It's good shonen. Definitely one I probably recommend younger people, maybe not necessarily older people who are getting into manga, but definitely a good starter shonen series for sure. But yeah, that's what I read this month, guys. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys are reading. I love to hear it in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.